The rooster crows, piercing the silence of the early morning. As the first rays of light cut through the darkness, a new day is born. It's a simple, humble scene that unfolds in the heart of rural India, where life moves at a different pace. Our farmer, an emblem of honesty and hard work, rises with the sun. His day begins as the rest of the world is still wrapped in slumber. A hot cup of tea, the cool morning breeze, and the soft rustling of leaves all combine to form a symphony of simplicity that is his life. There's a beauty in this simplicity, a rhythm to his chores, tending to his crops, feeding his livestock, plowing the fields. Each task is performed with a sense of purpose and dedication. This is his life, his passion, his contribution to the world. And so, with the rising sun, another day of toil begins for our farmer. Our farmer wasn't always a steward of the earth. No, indeed, our farmer had to grow into this role, just as a seedling sprouts from the soil and grows into a mighty tree. Born into a family that had tilled the land for generations, farming was embedded in his DNA from the very beginning. His childhood was a tapestry of lessons in the art of agriculture, each thread weaving itself into the fabric of his life. Imagine a young boy, his hands hardened by the grip of a plow, his brow furrowed with concentration as he watches a single seed fall into the earth. His father, a seasoned farmer himself, watches over him, guiding his hands, teaching him the rhythm of the fields. From sunrise to sunset, the boy learns the language of the land, understanding the whispers of the wind, the secrets of the soil, and the silent symphony of the crops. Growing up in a farming family was not without its hardships. There were seasons of drought when the earth cracked and the crops withered, seasons of flood when the fields turned into seas. But there were also seasons of joy, when the fields blossomed with golden wheat and the barns filled with the fruits of their labor. Each hardship, each joy was a lesson learned, a stepping stone on the path of becoming a farmer. Even the mundane tasks of rural life were imbued with meaning: collecting firewood, fetching water from the well, tending to the livestock. These were not mere chores, but integral parts of the farming life. Each task was a building block, shaping and molding the boy into the farmer he would become. The boy's heart was filled with a deep-rooted respect for the land. He understood that the earth was not just a provider, but a partner, a living entity to be nurtured and cared for. The rhythm of the seasons, the cycle of life and death, the bounty and the scarcity, all these were part of the grand tapestry of farming. The seeds of a lifelong love for farming were sown in these early years. And as our farmer grew, so did his understanding and respect for this ancient tradition, this labor of love that is farming. Like the seasons, the farmer's life has seen both drought and abundance. Just as the land under his care, our farmer's life has been shaped by the elements and the whims of nature. He has seen his fields parched by summer's relentless heat, the soil cracked and thirsty, yearning for a drop of rain. He's watched helplessly as pests, like an uninvited army, marched upon his crops, leaving devastation in their wake. His nights have been filled with the worry of the unknown, the uncertainty of what the next season might bring, the fear that the skies may not be as generous as they were the year before. Beyond the weather and pests, our farmer has grappled with the unpredictability of the market. Prices oscillate like a pendulum, sometimes in his favor, sometimes not. He's been at the mercy of middlemen, those who buy his produce only to sell it at a higher price, often leaving him with barely enough to cover his costs, let alone make a profit. Personal hardships, too, have left their mark. Illness, family emergencies, the constant struggle to make ends meet. There have been times when he's questioned his choice, times when he's considered giving up, trading the open fields for the confines of a city job. But here's the thing about our farmer: he is made of sterner stuff. Just as the land recovers after a drought, so too does he. The struggles he's faced have only made him stronger, more resilient. He's learned to adapt, to innovate, to find new ways to protect his crops, to negotiate better prices. He's learned to save for the hard times, to plan for the unforeseen. He's learned that sometimes all you can do is trust in the land, in the cycle of the seasons, in the promise of a new day. And so, through it all, the farmer remained resolute, his spirit as unyielding as the oak. The fruits of the farmer's labor are not just in the golden grains swaying in the breeze. Indeed, the real harvest lies far beyond the physical realm of crops and soil. It's the profound satisfaction that comes from nurturing a seed to a fully grown plant, the sense of fulfillment that stems from the act of creation itself. There's a unique joy in watching something grow under your care, a joy that only a farmer can truly understand. You see, farming isn't just about tending to crops, it's also about tending to relationships. In a village, the farm becomes a focal point, a place where people gather, help each other, share stories, and build bonds that last a lifetime. It's a place where the community thrives, where people are united by a common purpose. This sense of camaraderie, this bond that forms between the farmer and the community, is another important part of the harvest. But the harvest isn't just for the individual or the community, it's also a gift to society. Every grain of rice, every kernel of corn, every leaf of spinach, they all nourish us, give us energy, and keep us healthy. The food we eat, the clothes we wear, the beer we drink on a hot summer day, they all start their journey in the hands of a farmer. Every time we sit down for a meal, we partake in the farmer's harvest. The importance of farming to society cannot be overstated. It is the backbone of our civilization, the bedrock upon which our societies are built. Without farming, without the tireless work of our farmers, we wouldn't have the abundance that we enjoy today. So, the next time you see a field of golden grain swaying in the wind, remember, it's not just about the crops. It's about the satisfaction and fulfillment derived from farming, the community bonds, and the vital role that farming plays in our society. Farming is not just a job, but a way of life, a communion with nature. It's a profound testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a celebration of life itself. As the sun sets, the farmer rests, his work for the day done. This isn't just the end of the day, but also a metaphor for the later years of our farmer's life. The twilight years, if you will, that come after decades of dedication, hard work, and perseverance. Our farmer, now in his sunset years, no longer tills the soil with his hands or plows the fields under the scorching sun. Instead, he has transitioned into a role of guidance and wisdom, passing down his knowledge to the next generation. His legacy isn't just the verdant fields or the bountiful harvests, but also the invaluable lessons of honesty, integrity, and grit that he has instilled in his successors. The impact of his work extends far beyond the boundaries of his small village. His sustainable farming practices have not only nourished the local community, but also contributed to the health of the environment. He's been a guardian of the earth, nurturing the soil, preserving the biodiversity, and ensuring a balance between man and nature. He's been a true steward of the land, but his influence doesn't stop there. His efforts have also helped foster a sense of community, cohesion, and mutual respect among the village folks. His farm has been a gathering place, a hub of shared experiences, and a testament to the power of collaboration and communal living. In these sunset years, our farmer finds peace and satisfaction in the knowledge that his life's work has made a difference. His hands may bear the signs of time and toil, but his heart is filled with the joy of a job well done. His legacy is not just about the crops he's grown, but the lives he's touched, the community he's built, and the planet he's helped preserve. And so, as the day ends, the farmer sleeps, knowing he has sown the seeds of a better tomorrow. His story is a testament to the power of honesty, hard work, and a deep love for the land. It's a story that inspires us all to strive for a more sustainable and compassionate world. The farmer's life is a testament to the power of perseverance and love for the earth. From the crack of dawn to the setting of the sun, this humble farmer has shown us that life's hardships can be weathered with resilience and determination. His early years were filled with challenges, yet he soldiered on, learning to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. His struggles were not in vain, for they led to triumphs that brought about bountiful harvests. Yet it was not just the fruits of his labor that mattered, but the invaluable lessons learned along the way. He taught us the importance of hard work, the virtue of patience, and the respect for nature in its raw and powerful form. Through every season of his life, he remained rooted to the earth, aware that his true wealth was not in the harvest that he reaped, but in the seeds that he sowed. In the end, the farmer's life is not measured by the harvest, but by the seeds he sows.